Was I upset to see a woman fall?
This is filthy work.
What the hell was that?
You want my honest answer? No.
You serious?
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, video for you guys of a few people still crashing out over this shit. This shit is just getting funnier and funnier as time passes, man. I tell you, bro. Hey, y'all keep this shit up, bro. Like for real, because at this point, I'm just getting a good laugh. I don't really give a damn who you voted for at this point, because regardless of what you side on or whose side you on, this shit funny as hell to me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Was I upset to see a woman fall? You want my honest answer? No. I shouldn't say that, but I derived a little pleasure for watching her fall flat on her face. She deserved it. Now, it's not very chivalrous to take pleasure in watching someone hurt themselves, but I don't think she hurt herself. I think she hurt her pride. But this is symbolic of the left. A angry, unhealthy-looking white woman is calling a minority a racist for wearing a MAGA hat and then getting violent and then falling flat on their face. If anything could sum up the last 4 years, it's that video.
Yeah, and that's how you know these guys are people who are reacting like this are out of touch, because they're just saying shit that doesn't make any sense. You're a racist because he's wearing a MAGA hat. He's a minority wearing a MAGA hat. And the first thing that she said was, he's racist. Kind of reminds me of like the other video that I saw. A white guy walks into a store, right? And I think he had a black guy with him. This guy had on a MAGA hat. You're racist. He's like, how the hell am I racist? I'm here. I walked in the door with a black guy. It's like, yo, bro, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Oh, speaking of black guys, I got to show you video guy what this black guy did in Texas. He got arrested for. Check this shit out. I think this is one of those rare occasions where being big might have saved your life. Because, bro, if you were my size, driving like that, the way you bounce like that, I would have fucked around and probably flew through that damn Tesla or bounced off of it. But I tell you, man, this whole situation with all the vandalism of the Tesla shit, I'm like, this shit is getting out of hand. Like, I don't think we've ever in the history of the United States seen this kind of reaction to a presidency, bro. It's just wild to me, bro. It's funny as hell for real to see people acting like this. Let's continue.
People who are supposed to be so liberal are against freedom of speech.
Yeah, isn't that weird? So she's going to come up to you and tell you not to engage with me.
Yeah. I mean, this is incredible, and I'm much more liberal than they are, right?
It's
like,
she's not on our side. She's opposition.
Yeah, but that's exactly what the other people say, right? Don't talk to people because we don't all share the same values. Well, we don't all share the same values, right?
Correct.
But I share the value of freedom of speech.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I can talk to her.
Just know she's going to edit it and make you look like a fool.
Well,
I think he's the most reasonable.
Well,
right?
You're right. I'm just here providing safety and
I share
security.
your values, but I also believe in dialogue and freedom of speech, okay?
Okay, enjoy.
Right.
Just, you've been warned.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Did you need that warning?
Well,
you seem like you have some wisdom on your side.
Well, I'm an extremely liberal person, right?
Okay.
But, there's an old saying, liberals are often fascists on vacation. right? And I'm against all forms of fascism, whether it's right-wing fascism or left-wing fascism, right? I mean, the Democrats were in power for many years and they could have done something about immigration and all that. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And now it came back to bite them in the ass, right? And they've turned their traditional values of the Democrats used to talk about economic policy,
Mm-hmm.
about working class people, not identity politics, right? People.
Like, and notice how that man wasn't being hostile towards the woman that was interviewing him or anything, even though they are on the opposite sides. It's like that. It's not like that's not possible, but for some reason you got people like women who wanted to come in and interrupt the interview, and it's like this man is over here looking at these people protesting. He's like, man, I'm more liberal than y'all. Man, like, what the fuck are y'all on? I'm like, I don't know. I just really think that's funny to see, man. Let's keep it moving.
Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
Why are you voting for Kamala?
Because Trump sucks.
What is Kamala's greatest achievement as VP?
I literally don't know. I have no idea.
You don't know anything she's done.
No, I don't.
But she's still the better choice.
Yes, because I know a lot of things that he has done.
Like, you know a lot of things about Trump that are negative?
Yeah. He's racist. He's sexist.
Okay, well, what has he done that's racist?
Specifically, I don't watch anything with Trump in it.
I mean, it is brain rot. I cannot believe that I live amongst these people. Like, genuinely, folks, it's just... Somebody said she went insane on Trump and then admitted she never watches anything but clips that are taken out of context by the left intentionally. This is the modern Democrat Party. It's like... It is so embarrassing.
Imagine if roles were reversed. Imagine if I walked into a liberal's home and I sat down and I said, I'm conservative and the reason I am is because I'm fucking smarter than you.
Oh my God, they'd want to let you on
Lose
fire.
their fucking minds.
Absolutely.
So I have this liberal sitting on my couch in my home, surrounded by conservatives, talking about how she's liberal and it's because she's smarter than all of us. My husband is getting a master's degree in petroleum engineering right now. You want to talk about fucking smart? Imagine.
So they're supposed to be smarter, but we got women out here, and I've seen many of videos of women admitting that they voted for Kamala just because they didn't like Trump for all the same reasons. And then whenever you ask specifically what it is that makes him racist, sexist, or whatever the case may be, it's always the same thing. That's why I see why Brett was over there. She looked like she about to crash out, like, because it is embarrassing, man. It really is, bro. We got people from other parts of the world over here. They over here laughing at these people just like I am. Let's keep it moving.
So I have a thread, and the thread is called "Class is in Session." To you, she's 1 in a million, but to her, you're just 1 in a million. May I proceed? Are you desperate because she's a 10-10, or is she a 10-10 because you're desperate? Stay with me now. Stay with me now.
I need ad-lib noises to because it's making my palms itch.
If I had $1 for every girl that didn't find me attractive, girls would find me attractive. Walk with me.
Nah, that made me dizzy. That made me dizzy.
Walk with me.
Walk with me. Bro, he's spitting. That's on Shaka Khan. He's spitting. Walk with me.
Oh, wow. Just like salt looks like sugar, hoes look like angels. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Woman says she doesn't need a man, and then this happens.
So I was just trying to record a video of me like saying that I didn't need a man to like help me hang something on the wall, and it's this round mirror. Here, I'll show you my setup. Okay, so this is like the setup. Like I had everything out, right? Like that's the mirror I'm gonna hang up, and I wanted to hang it right here, and I measured it out and everything. I was doing well. I was doing very well, and then I realized that the mirror is like really heavy, so I have to, I don't know if they're called like anchors or something, but like I need an anchor. But anyways, I don't know. I thought that I knew what I was doing, and then I had to take the drill out, and then there's nothing in there, and I can't get anything in there. I don't know. I guess I do need a man.
So you mean to tell me between not even knowing how to use a drill or know what kind of drill bit you need, along with the fact that the mirror is heavy, you didn't stop to think like, you know what, maybe I should get a man to help me. You know what? I'll tell you what, bro. I really don't want to hear women saying men have a bigger ego than women do. Because how can you sit over here and say men have bigger egos than women when we literally got women out here trying to prove that they don't need a man for anything? Let me say that again. How is it that men have bigger egos than women when we got women out here literally trying to prove to themselves on all social media platforms, not just TikTok, that they don't need a man? Let that sink in for a minute. Digest that for a minute. Let's keep it moving.
This girl said earlier in the show she makes over $1 million a year. Watch what she does when Steve Will Do It comes in.
As a woman who makes 7 figures, like my money does not retain my relationship.
That's what I mean. No, nigga. No, bro. No. That's the question. No, man.
You make over $1 million a year?
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
Yeah, because you would think somebody making $1 million a year would not do that. Because let me tell you something. As often as I go to the club and see people making it rain in the club, even when dollars do fall my way, I end up giving them to my shorty any damn way. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, you put that in your pocket. No. You know what I mean? So you can buy yourself something to eat or some shit. I'm good over here. And I'm not a millionaire. So I'm like, that just goes to show you, bro. You can't sit over here and tell me women don't value money, bro. Because even when they claim to have it themselves, they quick to take it from somebody else if they can. Let's keep it moving.
Woman number 1. Woman number 2. Nigga right there. Nigga right there. Nigga right there. He actually tried to help, not that man walking over there. I don't get it. Y'all ain't men no more.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
I'm looking for the rich niggas. I'm looking for the hood niggas. And I'm looking for the bar. Who gonna pay my tab?
Hey, wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell was that?
What is that?
This is filthy work.
Things that give me life is white liberals asking dumb questions. So instead of taking the train like we usually do, my husband and I picked up our daughter today and we decided to take a bus. And on the bus, there was this elderly couple, clearly liberal because they were bitching about Trump. And as we're going through the village, I see a lot of Ukrainian flags. So I say to my husband, wow, there's a lot of Ukrainian flags here. And there's a lot of them in this area. And he's like, yeah. So the white old lady next to me goes, oh, you're from Ukraine? I go, no, I'm not from Ukraine. I'm from Central Asia. And she goes, from where? I'm like, Uzbekistan. So she's like, North Asia? I'm like, Central Asia. She's like, where's that? I'm like, well, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. I'm like, all the stands, basically. We are Asian. They are Muslim countries. But we also speak Russian, and we kind of look Russian-ish with Asian eyes and cheekbones. So she goes, so what's up with Ukraine? And I was like, well, considering that I was south of both countries, for a fact, I know that Ukraine started it. I mean, I watched them do it. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you don't know that about Donbass? There was an 8-year attack on Russian speakers on the neutral zone, which Putin mentioned that he was going to go to war about if they don't stop. I'm like, they had an agreement to never expand NATO eastward, which they broke. I'm like, so to me, it's quite obvious that Ukraine started it. The lady was dumbfounded, but I kept going. I'm like, in my country, Americans actually tried to stage a coup, but it didn't work because we asked Russians for help. Since you guys fund the Taliban and all, and we got a terrorist attack in Uzbekistan, which they came and stabbed a bunch of people. In fact, Karimov, our president, our dictator, had to beg Putin on his knees to come and help him, which he did. They shot him all in the stomach, and we got rid of the Taliban. Now they're actually really strict about not even traveling with the Quran because, yes, there are peaceful Muslim countries who don't want extremism. Surprise, surprise. Because the only people who want extremism are CIA. So, anyways, I could see she's getting uncomfortable. So I keep going. And I kept going. I was like, not to mention, I'm like, my grandma was a Holocaust survivor, and my grandfather was already here, and he went back because of the segregation. He was in the gulags and then Asia, and that's how he met my grandma. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yep. So history repeats itself, and I'm glad they're not here to see it because whatever you're seeing on the news is not true. I'm like, and to somebody who lived below both countries, it's really the same thing. I'm like, NATO is just communism 2.0, and I don't know how Americans don't see it. The lady was left speechless. And this is a cautionary tale for you people to mind your fucking business because you never know what experience other people have. And before you call somebody a dictator, if you think Trump is a dictator, maybe you should consider people's opinions that actually lived under a dictator. Like, I've lived under a dictator, and you calling Trump a dictator is fucking silly to me. Okay, but they say that you should listen to a black person's experience because it's their true experience. So how come you're not listening to a person who lived under a dictator and who lived who was born in communism and lived in post-war communism? How come you don't want to hear our opinion? How come you don't want to hear our experience and why we are MAGA? And what I left her with was that I said that CIA funds too many coups around the world, and this has got to stop. And then we were talking about Russia, and she was like, yeah, but Russia. I'm like, I get a lot of hate for just looking Russian, even though I'm not from Russia. And she's like, yeah, but that's always. So she excused hate towards Russians like it's normal. And I told her, I'm like, that's not normal. I'm like, you think it's okay for me to be bullied because I look Russian? She was quiet. And then I told her, I'm like, this has been going on since Cold War. She's like, yeah, but it'll always be like that. We don't hate Russians like that. And I was like, yeah, but they taught you to duck and cover. I'm like, and look at you, you're still careful of Russians. She had no answer for me. I don't think anyone has ever spoken to her like that. Her husband remained silent, so was mine. It was really funny to watch them just stare at each other. But don't go around asking people dumb questions if you don't want to hear an answer that you're not going to particularly like. I also left her with the fact that NATO, especially France, are going after African colonies, which Russians have been decolonizing. And so I really hope she goes home and Googles that. But her husband seemed like a really angry man who was mad that you have to call in Social Security to update it. And he was like, revolution, another white beta male. Okay, there's a very specific type that hates Trump, and they're white beta males. And the Russians call it the women, you don't know what's on their mind. Like, they are dark forest. I call them dark forest because they look like they're smiling. They look like they're friendly, but they're the type that will call the cops on you behind your back. That's the type I'm talking about. So Malcolm X actually said a long time ago, he was like, the most dangerous animal in America is the white liberal. You guys should really go over the things that he said and why he died. Okay, and just go through all the CIA coups that we've done all over the world. Maybe then you're gonna care, but I doubt it because liberalism is narcissism, and all liberals are narcissists. They only care about their ego and identity politics. They don't care about anyone's experience or anyone's bills or how we're gonna feed our family. They only give a shit about cute Ukrainians and freedom, whatever. But you know what? They're the first commies that will put you in a fucking concentration camp if they win another election. And they will find an excuse for it to make it okay. Same way they find an excuse to bomb all these other countries and say, well, that was for our democracy. Meanwhile, they're actually there to steal resources. Okay, I think I went on for too long. Anyways, guys, this was my fruitful bus ride. I love taking buses and pissing off liberals.
Yeah, and people really need to stop calling Donald Trump a dictator. simply because you're kind of disrespecting the people that actually live under a dictatorship. Now, y'all know I'm in Thailand, so this is what would be considered a monarchy. And I can tell you, I've told Thai people, and other Thai people have heard American people say the same thing, and it kind of rubs them the wrong way as well, because there is such a vast difference between the two. It just comes off a bit insensitive, man. Americans definitely need to be more aware when it comes to stuff like that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love of support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.